Live from Hazard, Kentucky, this is Jammin John's Wrestling News. Here's your news for Friday, December 28, 2018. Dave Meltzer of F4WOnline.com recently commented on WWE announcing Asuka vs. Becky Lynch for the Royal Rumble and then seemingly dropping the match on social media. Dave Meltzer said, "So they're going to do meetings this week to come up with a Rumble card. Originally, the Asuka vs. Becky Lynch match was happening, but then Vince decided that he wanted to revamp the card, and when they taped main event, it was going to air later in the week. At that time, the plan was to announce the match with Asuka and Becky Lynch on Tuesday's SmackDown, but during that interim period, Vince decided to change his mind, so they never announced that match on that SmackDown. Not saying that match won't happen, but it was definitely off when that show came on." Now, John Pollock of PostWrestling.com also commented on what happened. John Pollock said, "Asuka vs. Becky Lynch at the Rumble was the plan and was going to be announced on SmackDown. It was decided Tuesday that the Rumble card would be re-evaluated and the match may or may not happen, but the studio had the old information and used it for main event this week." Thanks to RingsideNews.com for the quotes. Kurt Angle wrote the following on his Instagram page yesterday. Kurt Angle posted a photo of himself wrestling Chris Benoit and wrote underneath that photo, "Up next, Royal Rumble in January 2019. 16 years ago, I had the privilege of defending my WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble. This is how the match was explained verbally to those who haven't watched it. Professional wrestling in its purest form is as beautiful as ballet, as elegant as a ballroom dance, and as captivating as a theater. By purest form, I mean technical wrestling, which in today's world is almost non-existent. The fiery chain wrestling involving great chemistry, in-ring psychology, and dreamlike storytelling is something that happens when all the stars align. This match was one of my best performances of my career, and if you haven't seen it, give it a look." ProWrestlingTees.com released a list of the top 10 best-selling merchandise sellers of 2018. Let's go ahead and take a look at who were the top-selling wrestlers of 2018 through Pro Wrestling Tees. Coming in at number 10, it was Adam Page. Number 9, Tama Tonga. Number 8, CM Punk. Number 7, Steve Austin. Number 6, Kota Ibushi. Number 5, Bruce Pritchard. Number 4, Cody Rhodes. Number 3, Kenny Omega. Number 2, Marty Scurll. And number 1 for 2018, the Young Bucks. And Nick Jackson tweeted on Twitter about this, "2018 has been good to the Elite. Things like this wouldn't be possible without our passionate fans, so thanks again for taking this journey with us. 2019 is going to be even better." So a clean sweep by the Elite. While appearing on Chris Jericho's podcast, Sami Zayn defended WWE's creative process by saying, "Yeah, and you gotta run it up the chain of command, and it's very difficult, and man, people don't know, and you don't know unless you're there. You truly don't know unless you're there. And not to do with nothing, but I just want to take this time to actually give the writers a little bit of a break, because they get crapped on the most, but people don't understand how it works there. And it's not the writers, it's not the agents, it's not the talents. It's just something about the system that it works a very specific way, and unless you're in it, you don't know." Sami Zayn continued on by saying, "So it's very easy to sit at home and watch and go, why are they pushing this person? What are they doing? Man, it's harder than you think. Cut everybody some slack. It's tricky. Neither here nor there. I'm just saying because it's very hard to explain to people who aren't in it. But even if Vince has an idea and you want to change it, getting it to Vince, like, oh man, well the show is already, we're about to go live, and that might affect what they are doing in segment 6, like it's like a puzzle piece. And I'm not putting the heat all on Vince and saying it's just one guy. No. He factors into a lot of stuff you don't factor in. I've gone to him before with what I thought was a really good idea, and he's like, oh, but it doesn't work that way, and here's why. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. Thanks to Fightful.com for the quotes. Former NFL star Pat McAfee announced on his podcast that he has been offered a multi-year contract with WWE. McAfee has recently participated in NXT TakeOver kickoff panels. McAfee said about this good news, "The WWE has formally offered me a multi-year contract. Who knows what we're going to be doing over there? They just want me to come make some content, and we'll see where it goes. I'm very excited for this. This is a dream come true." Thanks to ProWrestlingSheet.com for the quotes. In an interview with Fightful.com, former WWE writer Jimmy Jacobs talked about how Vince McMahon felt about AJ Styles in 2016. Jimmy Jacobs said, "When AJ Styles came into WWE, Vince McMahon was skeptical of him for every reason you might think. He came in at Royal Rumble, got a great reaction when he came in, and Vince was still skeptical and said, well, that's just one audience. Can he talk? What's his character? Does anybody know who he is? All the reasons you would think. But it was Vince McMahon's idea to have AJ work with Roman Reigns a few months later. We had pitched all our ideas and figured you want to give him a strong heel. The strong heels we had at that point were Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens. And Vince was like, we're going with AJ Styles." You have to give the devil his due in those moments. And finally, here on Jammin John's Wrestling News, Forbes.com compiled a list of the top 10 most disliked WWE YouTube videos of 2018. Here is the top 10 list. Coming in at number 10 with 9,200 dislikes and 44,000 likes, The Shield get ambushed, Monday Night Raw, September 3rd. Coming in at number 9 with 9,500 dislikes and 100,000 likes, Ronda Rousey vs. Nikki Bella, the full match from WWE Evolution. Coming in at number 8 with 11,000 dislikes and 8,700 likes, Shane McMahon replaces The Miz against Dolph Ziggler, WWE Crown Jewel. Coming in at number 7 with 12,000 dislikes and 61,000 likes, Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar ambush Roman Reigns, Raw, August 13th. Coming in at number 6 with 12,000 dislikes and 139,000 likes, Roman Reigns unleashes on Brock Lesnar, Monday Night Raw, April 2nd. Coming in at number 5 with 13,000 dislikes and 174,000 likes, Ronda Rousey suspended, Raw, June 18th. Coming in at number 4 with 14,000 dislikes and 13,000 likes, Brock Lesnar defeats Braun Strowman, WWE Crown Jewel. Coming in at number 3 with 17,000 dislikes and 126,000 likes, Braun Strowman destroys a TV production truck, Monday Night Raw, January 15th. Coming in at number 2 with 19,000 dislikes and 98,000 likes, Roman Reigns attacked by Brock Lesnar, Monday Night Raw, March 19th. And the number 1 most disliked WWE YouTube video of 2018 with 42,000 dislikes and 37,000 likes, Roman Reigns vs. Bobby Lashley, Monday Night Raw, July 24th. That is your news for Friday, December 28th, 2018. Check back here Monday on the final day of 2018, New Year's Eve, for another Jammin John's Wrestling News Flash Briefing on Amazon Alexa devices, Spotify, YouTube, Stitcher, and iTunes. Follow me on Twitter at John Caldwell, JONCOLWELL. Follow me on Instagram, The Jammin John. If you'd like to sponsor Jammin John's Wrestling News or your wrestling promotion wanting to get your next big event out, you can email me, jzcaldwell@gmail.com. That's JZCOLWELL@gmail.com. Big shout out to Ryan Hurdle and Tony Nelson for subscribing to my Patreon. You too can subscribe to me by going to patreon.com/jamminjohn. I have free packages on there ranging from free to $7. Not a whole lot of money. I would really appreciate it if you supported me a little bit financially. Once again, that's patreon.com/jamminjohn. This is Jammin John saying thanks, goodbye, and have a great weekend, everybody.